Welcome to this edition of ANC-TV. We are here today on this next edition, and we are honored to have as a guest with us Assistant to the Speaker, Congressman Xavier Becerra, who represents the 31st District of California, including the neighborhoods of Eagle Rock. Congressman, it's a pleasure to have you here today. We wanted to chat about a few issues that Armenian Americans are very concerned about. The first being obviously the presidential elections. As you were one of the first supporters for presidential candidate Senator Barack Obama, could you provide some insight on the Democratic race right now, what it means for both candidates, both Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama, and what it means for the Democratic Party moving forward into the elections in November?
Andrew, first, thank you very much for having me. Glad to share some words with you and with a lot of folks who are very interested in what's going on within the Armenian American community. And thanks also to all the great work that the ANC has done over the years. This is going to be a fantastic election year. I think it will be a year of change. It will set the course for a different direction for this country, whether foreign policy or in terms of the economy. We certainly have Americans who believe that we need to take a different course. Barack Obama, whom I believe would be the best person to take us as a country to where we need to go, I think will bring forward an idea with regard to foreign policy which will try to be more inclusive and help us resolve problems, the conflicts of the world together. And on the economy, I think as a young man growing up with a lot of adversity understands that you got to help working Americans first. So I think you've got a number of candidates in Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton who will really push for change. I think Barack Obama will push for transformational change. And even if it's not Barack Obama or Hillary Clinton, we will be able to move beyond where we are today. I think most people would agree that it's time for some real change in this country.
The Armenian Genocide Resolution, which recently passed the House Committee on Foreign Affairs by a vote of 27 to 21 in October, was an enormous victory for human rights activists everywhere. And now that we have moved beyond that enormous hurdle, as we look to the House floor for a vote on the genocide resolution, could you elaborate a little bit on the difficulties and what needs to be done by human rights activists and constituents throughout the United States?
Don't give up. The cause is just. You're doing the right thing, and you will prevail. But you can't give up. Things don't come easy. It's for those who have family that went through the genocide, they already understand adversity, human adversity. This is political adversity. But if someone can overcome the human adversity that was experienced a couple generations ago, this political adversity is just something that we have to tackle. And we will. But we have to be persistent. People can't give up. You have to be optimistic that with enough push that we'll get enough votes to make it happen. And we will. But you have to be persistent. We came very close. We passed another hurdle. We got this bill out of committee. The resolution is recognized as something important. And I honestly believe that the more that we get people to speak out, to come to D.C. or to come meet with members of Congress, the sooner we'll get this resolution passed.
Regarding foreign aid to Armenia and the Millennium Challenge account, as our viewers very well know, recently President Bush made a drastic request and reduction for foreign aid to Armenia, and only approximately $10 million has been distributed from the Millennium Challenge account, which exceeds $235 million. Could you provide a little bit of insight regarding what foreign aid means to Armenia and countries in the Caucasus and how important it is for that aid to come in to help development?
I'm not sure what this administration is thinking with regard to Armenia. One of the best ways that we can improve the conditions in Armenia is by allowing them to build, to make that society one that can really just go out there and flourish. To not help through the Millennium Challenge account, when in fact Armenia has proven it has the merit to receive that support. I'm not sure why we're doing that. We also believe Armenia is an ally, and to not treat it as an ally makes no sense. As I said, with these elections coming up in November, we'll have an opportunity to change the course this country takes. I hope that the next president who comes in recognizes the opportunities we have in working with Armenia to strengthen not just the democratic institutions in Armenia, but the economic opportunity and vitality of a country that will become a strong ally in the years to come. And so I think there are already the underpinnings of a good relationship. It's now just a matter of strengthening that as much as we can. The Millennium Challenge account is one way to do that, but there are many ways through our foreign assistance to show how we treat our friends and what we want our allies to understand about us.
Congressman, any final words that you'd like to share with our viewers today?
Well, I hope that everyone will be prepared to vote in these elections coming up in November, to vote their conscience, but to participate. However you decide to vote, it's just important to participate. And also with regard to the issues of importance to anyone, whether it's someone who's in the Armenian community or someone who is concerned about genocide generally, Darfur and otherwise, to please, please know that your voice will be heard. Stay active, be persistent, but be optimistic that we'll get there. And I think when we do get there, the celebration will be far more worth it when we know that we've worked very hard.
Thank you.
Thank you.